Hi there, welcome back to another random room. And today we're back at the first hold, King Dugan's Dungeon. Technically, Dugan's Dungeon 2.0, as it's the one that has the high scores. And we're in the third level, once east. Dugan's Dungeon is where I started optimizing. There was back before Journey to Root Hole, there was a level optimization sort of thread on the forums where people would try and do a whole level in as few turns as possible. And I've got a video of all those sort of stitched together, if you care to see that. As a room itself, this room is pretty simple. We have one queen. We notice that there is this path through, and if we don't notice, there's a scroll telling us here that there's often a shorter path. Although that's not technically true in this hole. Often there's long paths that you just have to go through. So this room is pretty simple. We start southeast because we want to hit the orb and we want to hit this on this side so that we can step up diagonally and not sort of have to make extra steps. If this wasn't here, possibly you could do something with chasing the queen out. That might be faster if you end up with if that path wasn't there and you had to do that, then you would want to sort of run before and after. But there is this airlock thing here that stops you going out the same way. So yeah, you come in. You're not quite fast enough. If you're fast enough, you get to save another turn by being able to sort of kill the queen here and then this roach one turn after. So you'd kill everything and end up one column to the west. But because we're slow, we have to do it like this. We hit the arrows at 41. Not much you can do to change that. You could try doing this, but you still have to make an extra turn to kill this roach. You have to do that or that. Yeah, if there was sort of a complicated path to the exit, maybe there'd be another turn to save. Yeah, this is just a simple room. Let me look at the scores for it. Hang on, I've got to bring that up. Here we go. There you go. You can see that, a bunch of 58s. It's narrowly beaten out by Doom, who's got the best. The history, actually no, someone reached it first, but had an extra turn. So, of course, I don't have access to that because this is such a simple room, and it's in such a sort of popular hold that the high scores are all. Yeah, we've just got a whole lot of 58s there. So we may as well look at the best demo. Yep. I mean, that way hitting 41 and leaving via this, which is the closest entrance. Maybe if I hide that, and we can watch that again, because there we go. So interestingly enough, I did like the level optimizing because there were sort of some interesting things to do about it. So I will talk about that in the context of this room. So when you're doing level 3, because of the way these rooms are set up, actually I think it's this room, there's a green door here. So you have to do a loop around the top of the level, come down, and then you do this room. You pass through this room to the south and then come back through this room. So this room has two possibilities for when you solve it. You can either solve it on the way through or you can solve it on the way back. So either north to south or south to east. And so all you really need to do is just work out how long it takes to do each version, and you add on the time, the time of the other crossing. So for this one, if we go from south to east, we have a 68 turn, and then there's you add on top to bottom, which is 32. Yeah, so 32 turns to cross the room and exit. So 32 and 68 is 100. But if you do it the other way, because you'd think maybe that's fast because if you come from here, you're getting to the queen sooner, so there's potentially less spawns. But really, it actually ends up being faster to come from the north and solve it on the first pass through rather than the second. We could do that. 58 the arrows, or we could do... I think it doesn't matter because that just lines up. 58. Or we could even do this, which gives us our sword in a slightly different position for how we want to go out. But, so that gives us a 75 north to south. But then when we come back, this path is a lot quicker. So it's 75 plus 14, which is 89. So if you look at my demo, the full KDD demo, you'll see that I actually do it that way. I obviously checked that at the time, probably, or I could have just been doing it. I think I would have checked it. No, it crashed. That's odd. Maybe it's. Let me bring that up again. I know it's to do with sound, so possibly Ethro falling asleep. Maybe that caused it. Just don't fall asleep when you leave. I think that's been fixed though in the next version. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So yeah, north to south. Solving it on the north to south pass is faster than solving it on that, which is kind of interesting. The only other thing we could do is to see how long it takes if we don't see the passage. I might do that. We are going to end up... Can we do anything with the queen? Probably not. I mean, we do have some time to turn our sword here. We could minimize the number of roaches by doing that. That's probably the best thing to do. Yeah, the queen, we can't really scare the queen anywhere else. Like, you could trap her on these arrows, but you'd have to sort of fill this thing up, which would take lots of spawns. I mean, at least 3. She's potentially spawning 5, and if they all line up properly. But yeah, that's still too long. They all line up nicely. And we kill it just in time. Okay, so 129 if we take the long path. So double the time. Alright, I've droned on about this room long enough. Yeah, I'll see you on the next episode. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.